You're listening to Enneagram and Popcorn. 9 types, 2 pals, bring snacks. Join Penny and Elle as they talk all things Enneagram and entertainment. And of course, what would binge watching be without snacks? And now your host, Penny and Elle.
Hi, I'm Penny.
And I'm Elle. And you're listening to the Enneagram and Popcorn podcast. You're listening to episode 6, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which you can watch on Hulu.
It should be noted that we are by no means Enneagram experts. We're not here to type you, but we do love talking about it. If you're looking to find your Enneagram type, we recommend working with a licensed professional or coach and reading some of the great books in our resources section in the show notes.
Also, our opinions about these amazing characters are our own, and we want to hear your opinions too. Feel free to join the conversation by shooting us a line at pennyandelle@gmail.com.
Last episode, we talked about Jane the Virgin.
Love it.
So good. But it's time to move from the feel-good family drama to
the hilarious Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And I think that the Halloween episodes that we picked for this season are so good.
They truly bring out the funniest parts of every single character, and it was so fun to type them based on those episodes for sure.
Definitely. Okay, so Elle, would you tell us a little bit more about Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes. We mentioned before you can watch it on Hulu, and it so far has 7 seasons, and they actually were signed for an 8th season, which will be airing in 2021. It has so many good characters. Andy Samberg, Melissa Fumero, Stephanie Beatrice, Terry Crews, gotta love Terry, Andre Brower, Joe Lutruglio, Chelsea Peretti, Dirk Blocker, and Joel McKinnon Miller.
Yes.
All good people.
So good. So this is an NBC show. Right. Good stuff. Okay, also, fun fact, that after the 5th season, Fox, it used to be a Fox show, and it was canceled by Fox. And NBC picked it up the next day.
I mean, as they should. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, I read a fun fact that Andy Samberg was going to take a break from SNL and all of that, and he read the script of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and decided it was too funny to pass up. So he signed, and now, 8 years, maybe even 9 years later, he's still rocking it because he's freaking hilarious.
Oh my gosh. This role is so good for him too.
It's just so good.
In the typical tradition for this season, we are going to say the types with no discussion, and then we'll discuss individually, right?
Right, yes.
Okay, do you want to go first?
I can go first, yeah. Jake Peralta, 7 wing 6. Amy Santiago, 1 wing 2. Captain Ray Holt, 1 wing 2. Rosa Diaz, 8 wing 9. Terry, 2 wing 3. Charles Boyle, 6 wing 7. Gina Linetti, 4 wing 3. Hitchcock, 9 wing 8. Scully, 9 wing 8. And that is it. What are your numbers?
Without any discussion. Peralta, 7 wing 8. The captain, 6 wing 5 or 5 wing 6. Amy, 1 wing 9. Charles Boyle, 6 wing 7. Rosa, 4 or 5, maybe a 4 wing 5. Gina Linetti, 4 wing 3. Terry, 2 wing 1. I didn't type Scully and Hitchcock. So clearly that just makes them a 6 to me. Because I like 6s.
We can have a discussion.
Yeah. So we were in complete agreement of one number.
There were some that we agreed about. Just
somewhat.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, no, 2. We're 2 in complete agreement. Peralta and Charles Boyle, complete agreement. And we were in agreement about others' primary and not about their wings.
Yes.
Who's first?
Well, I think we should talk about before we jump on in to this discussion, I just wanted to remind everybody that I am a 6-wing 5, and Penny is a...
I'm a 4-wing 5, so we share a wing.
All right. Would you like to go first? Should we start with Jake?
Yeah. So I think he is the obvious 7, super fun-loving. And we did watch the Halloween episodes, which were supposed to be fun and funny. Like, these episodes themselves would be 7s, but this just totally brings out his fun-loving, joyfulness.
For sure. You said wing 8, though. I said wing 6.
Yeah. I don't know, because I was just thinking... He is like a little bit of, when I think of 6s, I think of their undying loyalty, which he is. Watch me talk myself into this 6ing. Their ability to plan and think ahead, which is definitely highlighted in the Halloween episodes.
Definitely.
Those are the main things I think about. Or like the counter type of the 6 that does sometimes look like an 8. So usually if I think someone is an 8, if that's my gut reaction, my next thought is, could they be a 6?
I possibly could be talking myself out of the wing 6. So initially I was like, oh, he's so loyal, to his friends and his family. But really, almost to a fault loyal to his family, who treats him like C-rap. And...
C-rap, yo.
C-rap. But then on the other hand, if he's an 8, he's confident, protective, a leader, passionate, decisive, truthful, inspiring, assertive, independent, bossy, productive, but scratch that last word. But maybe he is a 7-wing 8.
That's what I thought. Are you reading that list from the Ashton Enneagram book?
Yes.
Cool.
It's so good. I love the bullet points, Ashton. You did good with the bullet points.
Yeah, the Enneagram for relationships. I'm loving it. I think that we should both do more research about wings and like how they affect the number. That could make for a fun Enneagram tip Tuesday.
It could.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see how it goes either way. I'd be really interested to see what our friends and listeners think. But man, okay, these Halloween episodes, I know I talked about them a little briefly. The Halloween Heist.
It's funny every time. Like, you would think that they're doing the same thing over and over and over again each year, but it's just so funny. It gets more and more ridiculous as the show goes on. And the funny part about that is they get more and more ridiculous, but as the show goes on, the characters, they're just more developed, so they're more of who they actually are at the end, which is just so funny to see. They're just more grown up, but these episodes bring them back to total, like, immaturity and hilariousness, if that's even a word.
I think it is. The creativity of the show is not lost on me. It's so good. And I love the Bill character that they bring in.
I love that it was just a joke at first, and then he shows up every year. And every year he shows up, he gets worse and worse.
And then he looks like Charles Boyle. So Peralta, definitely some sort of 7.
Right.
We don't know what kind.
Should we do Amy next?
Yeah, because they go together.
Yeah, we definitely agreed that she's a 1.
Mm-hmm.
But we just had different wings.
Yeah. Well, she is a 1 through and through. Her binders.
Oh my gosh. So the meme that I saw, it's from an episode, I think when she's becoming captain, and Jake's like, all right, what I'm about to say will definitely turn you on, but you have to try and remember that we're still at work. Do you want me to quiz you? And she's like, oh God, yes. I was like, you are a 1 forever.
For about 2 seconds there, I thought she could be a 3 because 3s are associated with success, but she really wants to be good. It's not about, like, I feel like if she won something on accident, she would be like, no, I didn't really win this.
Didn't win.
I didn't earn it.
This.
Yeah.
I could definitely see like the 3 because she cares so much what the captain thinks about her, but it's just because she wants to do it exactly how it needs to be done, which looking at the motivation of why she's doing it will confirm that she is a 1 for sure.
And I would say she's more of a gut, like, anger than a feelingsy.
Yes.
Yeah, so that helps. But I'm not sure about the wing. I think I may have just said 9 because it was something to say. I could definitely see 1 wing too.
I would say not 9 just because she's not that, like, typical sloth 9. I say sloth not in a bad way, but
that's the deadly sin of the 9. So
right, she's just very motivated and how can I help and what can I do and there's overtime, let me take it please. Like,
yeah. Now I'm like, oh, is she the achiever? But she's not. I really do think she's a 1. She wants to be the best.
Right.
Real and true, not in necessarily a competitive way.
Yeah.
So I could see either wing. I don't really know. And one of the beautiful things about this show is that I think the show is such a 7 show. Like, it's funny and it's not so deep that you are crying, and there's totally character development.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is a comedy. It is funny. I mean, Rosa jumped off the building, and to like fire. Yeah. So, definitely Amy is a 1.
Definitely.
Can we do the captain?
Yes. Okay, you said 6. I would love to hear more about that.
So I think he is either a 6-wing 5 or a 5-wing 6 because the 5s grow to 8 in the Enneagram, right?
Oh, yes.
And if he's a 6, I think he's the counter type of 6 that sometimes looks like an 8. But even though he's the captain, I don't feel like very bossy other than the fact that he is a boss and he is a leader. And I feel like it comes more from like the problem solving-y side of a 6 and more thinking than the gut reaction of an 8. And especially, this is why I think maybe 5 or he's a 5-wing 6 is the man is always looking for an excuse to share obscure knowledge, which 5s are withdrawn, but especially it's because I just read the 5 in. I feel bad because I'm just going to keep calling her Enneagram Ashton.
That's her Instagram handle.
But from the Enneagram for relationships, she makes a point to say that even though 5s are withdrawn and they need to reserve their energy, they do get drawn out by the opportunity to show off their expertise. And so that's why I think he could be a 5-wing 6.
I think he could be a 5-wing 6 too. Now that you're saying that, at first I was comparing him a lot to Amy because she looks up to him so much. And maybe in the first episodes, like at the beginning of the season, he's a 1, but I think that could just be because he's a new captain and he's trying to, be authoritative and all that. But towards the end, when the characters are really developed, I can totally see the 5-wing or 5-wing 6.
I just feel like he's a 5-wing 6, but also a more balanced 5 because I could definitely see the 4-wing, like he's always talking about opera and he trained his dog to come to a whistle and
to gems and to all of the things that the dog ends up being trained to do.
So, and also I'm going to talk myself into 5-wing 6 and not from the 6 because if one of your sweet baby dogs had swallowed magnetic gems, you would have just dissolved into a pile of, we have to get to the bed right now and blah, 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 which he's pretty chill about that. So.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. 5 wings, 6.
Okay. Cool.
Look at us agreeing.
No, so strange. Okay, speaking of agreement, we are also in agreement about Charles Boyle.
Yes. 6 wings, 7. He is so ridiculously loyal to mainly Jake, but like also everyone. He's loving. He likes to have fun, which is that 7 wing.
You know when he is, I don't remember what season it's in of the Halloween episodes we watched, but where he double crosses Jake and he's like, I'm gonna have to, this is the hardest thing I'm ever gonna have to do. Like, that's the sixth line of the 6s ever.
I agree.
and he's a good problem solver. Like, I know we're going to talk about this show later in the season, but I also recently watched the crossover episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with New Girl.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched it before, but I need to
Rewatch
watch
it.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's in it. He has in the New Girl side of that episode, he's in it, and it's just like, you're such a 6.
What better shows to cross paths?
We're going to talk about the Thanksgiving episodes of New Girl. So I couldn't help but bring that up. And, you know, Charles Boyle having that 7 wing really helps with Peralta, you know, their friendship. They have all that in common. They like to have a good time and have fun and love life. All right, should we do Terry?
Yes. Terry loves yogurt.
He loves yogurt. The end of the episode in, I think it's season 5. They're like, you ate like 6 GPS trackers. You might want to go to the doctor.
I fed him GPS trackers through the yogurt.
And they use the yogurt as the analogy as to why Jake and Amy should get engaged.
Oh, yeah.
No, the vanilla yogurt's really good by itself, but if you combine it with the blueberry yogurt, it's even better. Which feels like such a 2 thing a little bit, you know?
That's what I put. 2 wing 3.
Yep.
What did you put?
2 wing 1, but I think I don't know. I don't know if I really thought that hard about the wings this time.
Right.
I can see the 3 wing. I just love him, his little family, and
he just takes care of everybody. They're his little ducks.
I know.
He's the mama duck, and they're all his little ducks. Even Captain Holt, he's like, let me just under my wing and I'll take care of you.
Totally. I think that my favorite scene from all these episodes is when Rosa and Terry and Charles are on the team together, and she sets off the laser beam security system. Yes. First of all, she sets it off before they leave the room. Like, they could have all just walked out. And then she jumps over it and does like a triple somersault and lands on her feet, you know, and then Terry just jumps over. Just that whole scene, how he effortlessly lifts that big computer.
He's just got it.
It's just really cute. I love it.
Back break. Since we watched the Halloween episodes, we obviously had to make it Halloween-themed popcorn with candy corn and peanuts and obviously popcorn. It's going to be delicious. It's like a salty, sweet, delicious treat. I didn't even mean to make that rhyme, but I did it. I'm curious, listeners, and Penny, do you eat your candy corn with peanuts?
You know, I did not until I met you.
Really? I have done that my whole life.
It's so good. I had no idea. And at first I thought it was a little weird. I'm not going to lie. When I saw it, but okay, you guys, you need to understand this about Elle, because I'm going to have a little bit of a girl crush moment here. But she is this person who, it doesn't have anything to do with her Enneagram number at all. She just like is an effortless beauty kind of person. Like, I don't know, she's really stylish, but it doesn't look like she tries very hard. And so anyway, so I walked into her apartment, and of course she had this beautiful glass decanter, which I guess was a candy jar, but it looked like a decanter that was full of candy corn and peanuts. And after admiring how beautiful it was, it occurred to me that she was not, I know some of you are team how do you eat candy corn? You just open up the trash can and dump it in, which I am not. But I thought maybe it was a decorative thing, but so delicious.
I am like amazed that I did not know I introduced you to that. You just ate it because that's the kind of person you are. You're like, I'm just going to eat this because it's here for me and I'm not going to say anything about it. But I'm glad you liked it.
So good. So good. So if you are team how do you eat candy corn, open up the dumpster and pour out the candy corn, maybe you were just missing peanuts all along.
Yeah. It cuts the sweetness and adds saltiness, and it's delicious.
I'm here for it.
Okay, we have 4 people left. I wouldn't even say they're side characters because they're all main characters in my opinion. Oh. We just had to take a snack break.
So we have Rosa, Gina, Scully, and Hitchcock.
Yes.
Okay.
Rosa?
Yeah.
I put 8 wing 9, but then you said 4 wing 5, and I'm just conflicted because I just was very firm in my decision, and then you said that, and I was like, oh.
Well, talk me through your decision of the 8 wing 9.
So for 8 wing 9, I put protective, assertive, bossy, truthful. And then for the wing 8, she's empathetic and open-minded. Like towards the end of the show, she definitely has that wing 9 part to her. But with a 4, could explain some things.
I don't know any 4s that are bossy. Do you?
Not a 1.
Just kidding.
Oh, Penny.
I know. Well, okay, so I kind of wrote down, I didn't use my typing tool this time, but it wasn't as hard as with Gilmore Girls and Jane.
Right.
But I kind of went in with an idea of what I remembered their personalities were like before I rewatched these episodes. And I was thinking she was going to be an 8 because she's so tough. But then as we made it through the episodes, she kept saying these things that I'm like, ugh, classic 4. Like in the first Halloween episode, there's this ordeal with a person who dresses up as a nun for their costume, and they're trying to pick out the royal baby who is the perp. And there's this whole bit between Rosa and Terry about how did she get kicked out of Catholic school. And she's like, oh, I'm not going to tell you. It was worse. It was way worse than that. He's like, did you burn the church down? Oh, it was worse. And I'm like, she's such a 4. Oh my gosh. And then she goes in and she's like, I was in I went to ballet school and I was so good. And I would never say anything like that.
Not you. Couldn't be.
Oh, wait. Yes, I would.
Couldn't be you.
So as it went on, I was thinking that. And I wrote wing 5 because she, 5's big thing. Like I said, I just read about 5s. But the big thing about 5s is they want to conserve all their resources. And she's pretty withdrawn like a 4. And then also I didn't feel, not in a rude way, like I don't feel like she's so selfish, but she's just not as giving as the other characters on the show. So that's why I think she's a 4 wing 5. But I do definitely see the 8, like the gut reaction. And she definitely, if she's a 4, I would say she's the same kind of 4 as Jess Mariano from Gilmore Girls.
Oh.
Like broody and like almost angry, because she does feel angry underneath instead of feelingsy like a 4. But I'm going to talk about Beatrice and Beatrice Chestnut's the complete Enneagram, when she talks about sexual 4s, she says they are actually the angriest number on the in the Enneagram, which I could kind of see. She's like more of a one-on-one kind of person.
Yes. When she gets paired with Amy, and I think it's I don't remember which episode, which Halloween Heist it is, but she gets paired with Amy, and Amy has her binder for her giant plan.
Oh no, it's a stick. What is it called? Jump drive.
Yes. And she's talking about the Babysitters Club, and Rosa like totally gives in and plays into it. She's like, I read the chapter on blah, blah, blah that you gave me. And
yes.
I don't think an 8 would have done that.
Well, 8s descend to 5, so I don't know. But I think it was more of I even at first thought maybe she is a 5 wing 4. But I went back to the 4 wing 5.
I agree. I think
the angry 8. Yeah. Okay, can we talk about Gina?
Yes, freaking hilarious.
We agree about her.
Yeah. 4 wing 3.
All the way. I'm the only one that's ever did this. I'm the best at rollerblading. She's so dramatic. Like dance troupe dance-gasm or whatever.
Like Penny is like a level 8 4, and I would say Gina Linetti is like a level 400 4. She is so beyond extra about her drama. It's freaking hilarious.
The shirt. What is the shirt that Gina? Is it Gina Knows Everything? What is
I think so.
It's so funny. And when she's like, they danced me out of the dance troupe.
Right, except for she wasn't joking.
I know, but it's just so...
Gina knows best. That's what...
Gina knows best.
And then she also has another shirt that says, Gina told you so.
And is she a receptionist? I don't know if that's the right word.
Like Captain Ray Holt's
manager, assistant, kind of. You know, 4s, when we're in our good place, we're good at that kind of thing. We grow to 1.
She's in a good place. I'm so sad, though, that she left the show.
Yeah.
It was good while it lasted. I don't think we've ever even agreed this much on any numbers.
Yeah, I think like I said, I think it has to do with it being so lighthearted and fun. You know, it's not, I would be really interested to know, we should do like a poll of what is your number and what is your favorite show that we're doing this season. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I wonder if this is more of like a 60, 70 kind of show. Do you know what I mean?
I do, because...
Not to say that sixes and 7s are shallow. I want to tell you, I love 7s. You know how to have a good time, and you bring out the best in a lot of us. But, you know, this is just, it's so funny and feel good. It's more... Yeah.
We should do that, definitely. The last 2 people are Hitchcock and Scully, which I think are basically one person because they're so similar. This is very stereotypical 9, but I put 9s for both of them because they're
so bonded.
They are. And I put wing 8 for both of them because something's happening. They aren't nice. Any like character development, yes, they're like airheady, but they're like, we do this because we don't want to do anything.
I see that. Like a 9.
Yes.
Also, the opera singing.
Oh my gosh.
It makes my heart so happy. And maybe that I just have a music degree. I don't know.
And it's legit singing, right?
Yeah,
it's him singing in real life.
Really, yeah, it's good. It's so fun. He sang Carmina Burana or whatever. Bum, 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 bum,
yeah.
bum.
He starts belting out music and you're just like, who knew that you had this?
They do that a few times in the show, though, with him.
Sometimes as a distraction. Isn't it in one of the heists?
Yeah, it was. They put it when they lock the captain in his office.
Yes.
I think it's the very first one, actually, because or the first or the second one when it's just, you think it's just them two before they each start participating. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's so, yeah, I could see that. Definitely 9.
They're hilarious and disgusting.
And I don't remember which one of them was when they have different partners. They're like, I need to know what he had on his sandwich today. Did you have turkey or ham?
Yeah, and what kind of chips?
It would be like if they separated us.
Right.
Yeah, they could be different numbers. I don't know.
I don't think the show gave them the opportunity to grow like that.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yeah, it was.
Well, did we do all the characters?
We did it.
We have to talk about the dog.
Oh, Cheddar!
It's so important.
It's a key character in the show.
He may not be a key character in the show,
But the heist.
in the heist episodes, he's a key character. And I am going to say he is a 6 for sure.
He's a loyal pup.
Yeah, he's so cute. I love dogs, though, so much. We're dog people.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
We both have 2. Yeah, that is how we met. The dog park. Oh.
Good times.
Next episode is Hocus Pocus, which I think is going to be a crowd favorite.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Okay, which Elle? I don't remember if you shared it or if I shared it or if you tagged me or if I tagged you or if they tagged us. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't really tag us. We're not quite there yet. I think it's The Lettering Lane. Did it the Halloween movies by Enneagram type?
Right.
Who was that?
I tagged you from The Lettering Lane. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And they said that 6s were Hocus Pocus and 4s were Practical Magic because we had a mini debate about which show we were going to do. But, listeners, stay tuned because we're going to slip you guys some solo shows in here and there'll be surprises. We don't really have a schedule, but I think it's going to be fun. So Elle's going to do some shows. I'm going to do some shows.
And they'll be raw and unedited. It'll just be us and a microphone. Well, one of us and a microphone.
But how will I know what you ate for lunch?
You'll just have to listen.
It was probably popcorn.
Probably.
Anyway, so join us next time for Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Make sure you are following us on Instagram at Enneagram and Popcorn. Also, we each have our own accounts too, where we share some more 6E and 5E nuanced kind of things, which you can find on our home account. We tag ourselves frequently.
Yes, I think we're tagged in almost every photo from Enneagram and Popcorn.
And if you see something you think we would like,
tag us.
Yes.
Or do you want
guys?
We social media all the time. We're always there for the most part. We sleep sometimes, but
do we though?
I mean, not really. We got a lot going on.
That's true. But yeah, we love chatting with you.
We want to know which Sanderson sister you are most like. So we would love to hear from you in our inbox, and we will for sure shout you out if you answer us in the next show.
Tell us your type and answer the question.
Yeah.
And you can type the other sisters if you want to.
Yeah. All right.
Well, my dear, is that all for today?
That's all. We will see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.